Diddy's trial just started, and within minutes, his own daughters got up and walked out of the courtroom.
Is facing up to life in prison on charges that include conspiracy, trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges.
Diddy's daughters stormed out of the courtroom like lightning had just struck the room, and honestly, who could blame them? The testimony went from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye, and things quickly got graphic, raw, and downright shocking.
P. Diddy's daughters and his family walked out of the courtroom as the Cassie video that went viral gets brought up.
Imagine this, your teenage daughters, twin beauties who have always seen their dad as a hero, someone to look up to, come all the way to court just to stand by him. They want to show love, support, family unity, all that.
Sean P. Diddy Combs' family arrived for day one of his sex trafficking trial.
How is your father feeling today?
They walked into the federal courthouse in Manhattan, hand in hand, in a gesture of solidarity. Diddy's 85-year-old mom, Janice Combs, arrived separately.
But then, out of nowhere, the air changes. They hear things no daughter should ever hear about her own father. Things so heavy, so ugly, that the only thing they can do is get up, hold each other's hands, and walk out. Not once, but twice. They tried to come back, hoping maybe things calmed down, but nope. The same explosive drama was still happening. So they left for good, no looking back.
Uh-oh. Oh my God. How dare I?
You can imagine how crushing that must be for Diddy. Him, the man who's known for his cool, confident presence, now watching his own kids walk away in tears. But true to form, Diddy stood his ground. He pled not guilty to every allegation thrown his way, showing that steely resolve he's always had.
All right, Sean Diddy Combs pleading not guilty to an expanded federal indictment charging.
But here's the million-dollar question everyone's whispering about. Why did those daughters just leave like that? And even more eyebrow-raising, why were teenage girls allowed into a courtroom hearing X-rated graphic testimonies in the first place? Who thought that was a good idea? Surely, the gravity of the case and the nature of the evidence should have kept them out, right?
I thought this was pretty crazy that his daughters actually walked out during this playing of the Cassie video and speaking about things that he's done.
TikTok a lot. People are saying, why was Diddy's daughters, 18-year-old teen daughters, allowed to be there to begin with? People are saying that was bad parenting. Some people are saying whoever's watching over them, their guardianship needs to be taken away because they should have never.
Look, you can't really fault the girls. They came with hearts full of love and loyalty. They were there to stand with their dad, to show him they had his back. But what did they hear? It probably shattered their world in a way no one saw coming. Sometimes love hurts like that, and when the truth hits hard, the only escape is to walk away.
Now, as soon as they started to talk about some of these graphic bedroom encounters, Diddy's 3 18-year-old daughters decided to just get up and completely leave the courtroom. It was said that allegedly they ended up coming back, but then once things started to get graphic once again, they ended up leaving once again.
So sit tight, because I'm about to spill all the tea on exactly why these 3 stunning young ladies made such a dramatic exit from that courtroom. First on the stand was Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, pregnant at the time she testified.
She's very pregnant, 8.5 months pregnant. She is wearing a very form-fitting dress, rust in color.
You could see Diddy in the courtroom trying to keep things casual, throwing awkward gestures her way, asking how she was doing like nothing was about to blow up in his face. Spoiler alert, it did.
Diddy has been described by the people in the courtroom as super engaged, nodding along to the jurors that he likes, laughing at their jokes. We had an interesting moment where a reporter from Fox 5 said that Diddy turned around and she's pregnant and that he mouthed to her.
The jurors began questioning Cassie about the infamous freak-off parties that Diddy allegedly organized. Now, this is where it got really messy. Cassie opened up about how at just 19 years old, she signed a massive record deal with Diddy. 10 albums locked and loaded.
And she said that she was young. She didn't get it. She didn't get that he was Puff Daddy, and she would go insanely jealous. She was 19 years old when she met Combs. She said, I knew that he was larger than life, an entrepreneur, a musician. I was a fan of his music. I wanted to be around Sean for the same reasons as everyone else at the time. This exciting, fun guy who also happened to have my career in his hands.
The music was good, the relationship blossomed, and for a moment, everything seemed perfect. But then the mood shifted. Cassie started talking about the freak-off parties, wild, out-of-control events where sex was on full display. She described how people were having sex with her while Diddy sat in a corner watching. Sometimes, she said, he even pleased himself while everyone was doing their thing. Yeah, it was that graphic.
Those drug-fueled marathons with
The courtroom went dead silent, all eyes on the teenage girls sitting in the audience. You could almost feel the tension crackle. Cassie went even further, revealing that she was sometimes urinated on and choked during these parties. The freak-offs, she explained, lasted anywhere from 24 to 72 hours, with the longest one she experienced stretching over 4 whole days. 4 days. It's like a never-ending nightmare.
Said the alleged sexual encounters typically lasted between 36 to 72 hours, the longest one lasting 4 days.
When asked why she didn't leave, Cassie said she was young and naive, too desperate to please the man she loved. Heartbreaking, isn't it?
Because she was 22, 21, she was young, she didn't know any better, and that she wanted to please Sean Combs.
And then came the mention of Kim Porter, the girl's late mother, and how she was treated during her time with Diddy. That was the moment the girls visibly shook, their pain written all over their faces.
At Mogul. In court, Ventura says, per NBC News, that she and Combs first started their physical relationship when they went on a trip to Miami. It was when they returned home that they began spending more time together, though the relationship was, quote, not public for many years. Ventura adds that Combs didn't want it to, quote, look bad, but also knew it was because of his children and personal things like his family. When she was asked who he was with at the time, Ventura replies, quote, Kim Porter.
Just when you thought the testimony couldn't get any worse, Diddy's former employee, Daniel Phillips, took the stand. He gave a jaw-dropping account of how he was roped into these parties, thinking he was just performing at a bachelorette party, only to find out it was one of those freak-off events.
Agreed to go to the Gramercy Hotel to do a performance for a bachelorette party. At least that's what he thought. He got to the hotel, to the room, that Cassie opened up the door. He did not know that was Cassie, and that she told him, well, it's my birthday and my husband wants to do something special, so can you give me a massage with this body oil, and then we can just take it from there and see where it leads.
Daniel also revealed seeing Diddy physically hit Cassie during one of those times. Violence in plain sight. The whole courtroom felt heavy, suffocating. That was the breaking point for Diddy's daughters. Hand in hand, they quietly left the room. No drama, no shouting, just a heart-wrenching exit. They had heard enough to shake anyone's faith. Especially seeing Cassie pregnant and sobbing on the witness stand, that image alone could break anyone's heart. Now, let's talk about what this means. Was it right for these young women to walk out like that? Or does it mean they've lost trust in their father? Did the testimony crush their belief in the man they called Dad? We don't have answers yet, but the questions linger. One thing's for sure, this trial is far from over. It's set to last 8 long weeks, and there's bound to be more drama, revelations, and heartbreak ahead.
Combs' legal team and New York prosecutors are set to give opening statements after they finalize the jury, setting the stage for a fiery legal showdown that could last 8 weeks.
So make sure you stick around, because I'll be here bringing you every detail as it unfolds. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the daughters did the right thing? And subscribe so you don't miss the next installment of this real-life courtroom roller coaster. See you in the next video.